Ladies of Reddit, is having boobs more of a positive or a negative? Why? One is positive and one is negative. That's why they turn you on. I wish mine were smaller. I know the size is attractive to many, but I would fucking love to be able to go out without a bra on. It hurts my back too much to do that. Also, having big tits makes certain shirt styles look strange when the same shirt style looks good on women with smaller breasts. So having C-cup boobs is probably great, but I hate having DDs. In my opinion, even C is just a bit too much. I constantly have boob sweat, and can't find a bra or cute shirt to save my life without being incredibly uncomfortable. And I also wish I could go out without a bra, but I think you would have to have an A or maybe B for that. I'm AB, but it's not the size that's the problem. It's the nips. They're always poking through there like a second pair of eyes. My DD breasts came in like 7th grade. I was 12, and that was a one-way ticket into the world of sexual harassment and being hit on by older men. Plus, back pain out the wazoo. I wish I could just attach them, monsieur. Bloody hell. 12? That's quite the speedrun on life. Sorry about all the back pain you've had. That seems to be a common issue that women have brought up here. Clearly that's a big point to make. Thanks for telling your story. 11 to 12 is usually when girls start getting hit on by grown men. Ask more women, and they'll tell you. It started around 12 for me. Men would slow down their cars while I was walking home to shout vile things to me. I see there are a lot of negative answers here. I've always been a bit self-conscious about how small my boobs are. They're not that small, but I always wanted a bit bigger. But my so loves my boobs and always compliments them to the point where I've actually started to like them too, and now I wouldn't change them at all. So I would say definitely a positive for me now. It's definitely a refreshing spin on the responses we've had so far. I'm glad that you're so and you have a positive outlook on the topic. And thanks for sharing your experience. For me, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, I'm okay with the size of mine, but when my period is around the corner, they kinda hurt from the soreness. Yeah, I've noticed sensitivity being a recurring theme in these discussions. So it's interesting to hear that this is quite universal. This is also the first time someone's mentioned how their cycle affects things. So thanks for bringing that to my attention. As a guy, this has been an interesting read through. I didn't realize so many women viewed it so negatively, or that it was such a hassle to deal with. I can understand having body issues when you're young, but struggling with that when you're older must be frustrating and exhausting. I hope it's just a case of only the ones with issues are commenting. I'm from a female perspective. I think the comments are a pretty accurate representation. It doesn't really matter if small or big, they are generally a pain to own, both mentally and physically. Small boobs still ache and can be very painful thanks to hormones. Negative. I hate them, monsieur. They serve zero purpose, are heavy, sag as you age, and men think sucking the hell out of them during sex is awesome. It's not. It's interesting that you brought up their sexual function, or lack thereof, so I'd love to know if they can serve a purpose in the bedroom, either due to sensitivity or anything else. Or perhaps they serve no sexual purpose at all. Also, sucking, that's a yikes from me. I know some women say they are extremely turned off by men sucking or playing with their nipples. For me, when a guy goes to mine, it turns me off immediately. It just isn't an erogenous zone for me whatsoever. Literally, when a dude goes to my nips, I roll my eyes, no joke. If you wanna suck nips, go back to your mother. Just, blah, boring and nope. There's way better ways to have fun. Instead of rolling your eyes, maybe try communicating, like the girl who asked me to suck her nips communicated with me when I wasn't doing it for her. You sound like a real prize. Maybe try a bit more active communication. You know, with words, instead of silent condescension, or just in general learn how to express yourself without insulting people or insinuating that every man who likes to play with nipples has some sort of edible complex. Negative. They're in the way. Are uncomfortable while exercising, and having to wear bras is just unfair. They aren't a turn-on for me even if they were a turn-on for my partner. The only good thing about them is that they look kinda nice, but I would take flat chest over boobs any day. For me, mostly a negative. I can never wear crop tops or find good swimsuits because I am a double D for my size. I'd prefer to have smaller boobs because it really makes things so much easier. My boobs are such a curse on me. I've been hit on so many times. I'm frickin' 18. Normally I go with I'm 15 to get them to show off. They're like reduction surgery annoying. But I swear to God, I'd get rid of them in a second if I wasn't broke. Also, they look kinda good sometimes. But I hate them, monsieur. The bigger they get, the more of a negative it is. Of course, ladies here have listed the usual societal and physical issues. But to add to physical issues, bigger sizes are more likely to be susceptible to breast cancer. Yar. I hadn't thought of the oncology side of things. Cheers for bringing that to our attention. Negative. I'm only 16 and I already have a bunch of back, neck, and jaw pain because of them. Plus I was bullied by jealous girls and sexually harassed by a few of my classmates. I can't wait until I'm old enough to get them either completely taken away or significantly reduced. I heard it's not unusual that some girls act shy and move their shoulders forward to show less. As a person with a horrible posture, no boobs, sorry, I recommend you to look for exercises to strengthen your center back muscles. Otherwise your shoulders will be forever tense. I mean, for life. As long as you don't take care. With the subsequent head, maxillar pain. In my experience, relaxing, massage, yoga, etc. is nice but will never address the root cause. A good Pilates teacher or tons of swimming can be great, though. Trigger point therapy. Essentially finding the points in your muscles that hurt and pressing them with your fingers. Enduring the pain for 30-60th seconds is overall the best relief for headaches and pain. And you should be able to do it yourself. Good luck! I believe breast reduction surgery has the highest satisfaction rate of any cosmetic procedure. Positive. 30 GI. Depending on country, it's annoying to find affordable, well-fitting bras and swimwear. But I've found places for it now. And yes, some types of shirts don't fit well. But you know, there's also clothes that look better now. And they make me a lot more confident about my body. I'm very happy at my current size. That's great to hear. I'm glad that it's helped you to grow in confidence and self-esteem. You keep doing you. Haha, I feel like a Renaissance painting at all times. Negative for me, having a very affectionate cat who likes to knead your chest hurts. Till my wife must think I'm a cat. Lady seeks breast reduction over cat trouble. I kinda like my boobs. So I'd say a positive. I think if they were any bigger, they'd get on my nerves. And if they were any smaller, I'd be self-conscious of them, monsieur, but my B cups are the perfect size to hold in my hands when I'm laying in bed, which is very comforting. They can be almost flat with a sports bra on, which makes running easy. But I can puff them up and show them off with a push-up bra. They hurt a little on my period, but I like that they grow almost double during that time of the month. It makes me feel sexier during misery. I want kids in the future and I would definitely breastfeed them, monsieur. Boobs are wonderful. Negative because they're tiny and people make fun of me for that. Positive, they're built-in hand warmers. For what it's worth, it seems that a lot of the commenters in here would kill for your situation. Maybe you could swap with someone in here XD. Thanks for sharing your experiences. Those people are idiots. Little boobs are great. Okay, two sides here. Number 1, uncomfortable to lay on. Nipples. Ugh, bras. Sweaty for some reason. Number 2, haha, bouncy. D. This is so valid, holy shit, laughing face. They even out. Can't sleep on my stomach without suffocating, but it's a decent view from my perspective. They'd be more of a positive if the rest of the world would stop being such asses about them, monsieur. Too big, too small, too saggy, too flat, wrong shape, areolas too big, EU stretch marks, piercings are so unattractive, gross inverted nipples, you have an extra nipple? Freak, your tits are two different sizes, that's awful. WTF, you don't wear a bra? I can see your nipples under your shirt. Breastfeeding? Have some decency, you got breast implants. Thought, you got a breast reduction? What a waste. Check out this terrible boob job. You breast cancer? Save the boobies. They're obviously the important part. Plus way too much focus on them. Plus way too much harassment for having them. Plus way too many stares. Way too many comments. Way too many jokes. Negative. They're inconvenient and contrary to what you'd expect. Women's clothes are made to fit thin, small-chested women, so having anything bigger than AC becomes a serious nuisance when shopping. Plus, the bigger they are, the harder it is to cover up, which means dirty looks at the beach. Or even just in summer clothes in general. Then there's the back pain, discomfort laying on your side, and the misery that comes with activities like running, jumping, etc. Having big boobs is fun at times, but it's a pain in the butt other times. Aesthetically speaking, I'd prefer to have smaller boobs. They just look better in most of the popular styles nowadays. They're nice to have though because I can put stuff on them, use them as a table, etc. And for the occasional instances I find a shirt or dress that shows them off and looks good. I honestly do not get much male attention from them. Or at least not verbal or visible attention. Negative. Hurts your back after a while. Plus, if you're skinny with moderately sized tits like me, you get all sorts of fun, unsolicited comments that make you feel like shit. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully those comments and the people who said them will all sod off. Thank you for sharing your experience. No prob, my dude. Thanks for the kind message. Hope you and your close ones are doing okay. You're asking this the day after my last functional bra broke, and since I also am broke, my life is now a little bit more nightmarish. I give breasts 2/10. Cons. 1. They're obnoxious. Imagine carrying two sensitive, heavy sandbags in front of you all the time. 2. Bras are also a bitch. Some days it feels great when the girls are under control. Other days it feels suffocating. Lately I've been wearing them to sleep to stop them from smooshing into each other or drifting towards my pits as I roll around. 3. Unwanted sexual attention. Can't wear just a t-shirt or tank in public without feeling indecent somehow. Pros. 1. They make me feel sexy and feminine. 2. Getting them licked and squeezed is a damn delight. At least for me. Listen, as we age, our boobs have a tendency to flirt with disaster. I cannot tell you how many times I have uttered, "Well, I knew something was hurting. My nipple was caught in the waistband of my panties." I kid you not. Not once did I accidentally roll over and get my boob stuck under myself when I was younger. Not once. I think it's both. I like my boons, but they also cause back pain, and it's mildly infuriating that they don't look the same. 95% negative and 5% positive. I've always had big boobs. My first bra was a 10C and now I'm a 16GG at 30 yo. They're heavy and they've ruined my back and posture. Big bras are hard to find and hella expensive clothes are hard to buy, especially dresses. BC they don't account for big boobs in normal sizes. It's hard to lay on my tummy without squishing my boobs into an awkward shape. Surgery is an option, but it's expensive. Australian private health doesn't consider it a necessary surgery, and as I'm yet to have kids, most doctors advise against it. The single positive is that my husband loves them, and that's the only time I appreciate them. Thanks for your insight into the topic. If you do pursue surgery in the future, I hope it goes swimmingly. Negative. Sure, they look sexy and whatnot, but it's really not worth the pain. The back, neck, and shoulder pain. I've been hunching over since middle school, both because of the weight and to try and hide the monsieur. The swelling and soreness during PMS. Working out means either pain in the boobs and chest, or can't breathe because sports bra. Can't go out without a bra because they're just not perky on their own. Gravity is a thing when they're large. I'm terrified of what's going to happen to them during pregnancy and breastfeeding, and TBH, if it wasn't for wanting to breastfeed, I would have chopped them to half the size without even hesitating. Oh, and I always need to buy shirts, t-shirts, blouses, dresses, etc. at least 1 to 2 sizes larger. Otherwise my boobs are going to rip that area after a few uses. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.